This is Maggie. Today I'm doing a chart for Ardo. He was requested. Um, Ardo was born, I'm pretty sure he's a male. If I'm wrong, correct me. But anyway, he was born under Mars, September 12th, 1992 in Kukis, Albania. So apparently he was a friend of the last girl I did her chart. Um, and he was born at 1:40 a.m. Yeah, September 12th, 1992. So Ardo has the sun in Virgo. He has his ascendant. He has the moon in Pisces. The moon's very, very sweet in Pisces, very intuitive. Um, and his ascendant is Cancer. So a lot of water, a lot of intuitive, a lot of water and a lot of earth. Um, Yeah, so we'll start with your sun, Ardo. Your sun is, you've got a lot going on in your third house of communication in Virgo. So if you were, say, looking for a career, um, I would definitely look towards something in communication. Virgo is a sign of work and health. Mercury is the ruler of both Gemini and Virgo, so that would signify a lot of communication. You might be very good at social media or communication in any form, and it's almost conjunct your sun. So you have sun, yourself, your solar self, Mercury, and lucky Jupiter. Jupiter expands, so it would expand communication with, and Virgo's the house of work, so you could either use it in the work or you would have a ton of communication through cousins. Um, Mercury also rules short trips. The third house could be cousins, brothers and sisters. Um, but if you were looking like for a career, definitely you would be very lucky, beneficial, um, and have good fortune in a communication career because it's in sextile with Capricorn. You have planets in Capricorn. Uranus rules electronics, for one thing, and it rules Aquarius. So, and they're both in Earth sign, and Capricorn is in Virgo's house, which is the Earth sign house. So the sextile is 60 degrees. Um, Actually, I'm sorry, it's a trine. A trine, that just means they're in the same element, but still, trines and sextiles are the blue lines, and they're very easy flowing aspects. So because you have trines between Virgo, your planets in Virgo, in the Gemini house, and Capricorn, which is an earth sign, in an earth sign house, it's in Virgo's house, and planets there, I think that work, some kind of work, or you would probably be a very hard worker because Capricorn likes to climb to the top. And Uranus, the fact that Uranus is in Capricorn, would make me think of electronics. Neptune could also be like a musical career. Maybe you're playing around, with beats or something, possibly. Or using your imagination somehow in your work. But you would probably want, because Uranus is there, you probably wouldn't want to do the same thing all the time, or you might want to mix it up and be creative. But with all that earth energy in trine, it's easy flowing, and it's very good for striving to get ahead in your work, because Capricorns, they like to climb the ladder of success. In Capricorn, in Virgo's work house, the sixth house, you have Uranus, planet of change, sudden unexpected change too, either a job and health. It rules health as well. Maybe in the health field, you could work in the health field. Neptune also is in Capricorn, so that could also be healing, health field, an astrologer, just, anyway, that's really positive, your earth trines. Your moon in Pisces is very, very nice. It's in the ninth house of Sagittarius, which is, travel, different cultures, theology, philosophy, higher learning. So the moon in Pisces is very psychic and intuitive. But your moon is opposing all your planets in Virgo. So you could use that Pisces moon for your work, if you wanted to make it imaginative, or you could be like maybe a linguist, or you know maybe something multicultural, because it's in Sagittarius's house, the ninth house. But the moon in Pisces is very, very intuitive, sensitive, and it rules Jupiter. So it's opposed to your planets in Virgo. So it would help your work, but your work, whatever it is, you would work very hard on it. But having it opposed to the moon in Pisces, it would give you great empathy, sensitivity, intuition, or say if you were in the music industry or an artist or something. Being opposed to Jupiter, the Sun, and Mercury, all in Virgo, you could draw off of that. Just draw off of the dualities. So those basically are the main things. You have Pluto in the fifth house in Scorpio, so that's love affairs, creativity, children, self-expression. So your self-expression could be very, very passionate, intense, as well as your love affairs. It's a shared house with Sagittarius, so it could be maybe falling in love passionately in love with a foreigner, and moving, to go be with them, or just could play out different ways. But Pluto in your fifth house is very, very attractive to. You would either be very, very passionate about your self-expression, your creativity. Maybe if you had children, or they could be very headstrong. Or your relationships could be sort of definitely intense, very intense, let's put it that way. Because it's the ruler of Scorpio. You have the ruler of Scorpio in your fifth house of Leo, love affairs and children. So your ascendant is in Cancer, sweet, sensitive Cancer, nurturing, empathy, they love food. You would relate to women probably very well, because the ruler of Cancer, the ruler of your ascendant, is in Pisces. So, the moon, moon Cancer connection. And you also have Mars. Let me just see, hold on a second. You have Mars in Gemini. Yeah, you have. So you have a lot going on with the Gemini theme. You either have the ruling planets of Gemini in your third house of Gemini, and you have Mars in Gemini in the 12th house, 29 degrees. So it's right on the cusp of the 12th house and the 11th house. So you would be awesome at communication. Mars is your drive, your will, ambition. So you could use your Mars both in communication, and you could use it also for your intuition. Maybe bring empathy and compassion to whatever you're doing. But you would be very, very psychic, I believe. But you're mostly Earth. Excuse me. You're mostly Earth. You're practical. You're down to earth. Probably have a lot of common sense. Business sense and work are the main things I saw when I looked at your chart. You know, the stellium of planets in Virgo, 3 planets in Virgo, your north node, and the other 2 outer planets in Virgo. Yeah, actually, your north node is in Sagittarius, but it is in the 6th house of Virgo. So that just spells work, career, striving, common sense, business. So all that kind of stuff might appeal to you. And how you use it, because you do have water, you have your ascendant in how you present yourself in Cancer. So you're very, very sensitive because your ascendant is in the 12th house of Pisces. So it's kind of colored Pisces. Cancer is a water sign. Your moon is in Pisces. So that's a lot of intuitive psychic water. So it's good to have that. And also your Pluto in Scorpio. So that's a beautiful water trine that you have. Grand water trine. And water and earth, excuse me, some water. Speaking of water, water and earth are sextile to each other. They're easy flowing aspects, 60 degrees. So they work well together. They're harmonious. And your fire is minimal, but your ascendant, your midheaven is in Aries, fiery Aries. So and that is your career sector. So say if you wanted to look for a career, you would look under Aries career. You know, just Google it. It'll list a bunch of careers. Aries is cardinal fire, so it wants action. It's creativity. It's extremely original, likes to be first, and is very headstrong and independent. But you could also use your moon because it's up near the midheaven. So your moon in Pisces could be like originality in music or creativity or healing or something sensitive, because you do have Mars in the 12th house, which is Pisces house in Cancer. So yeah, so that's probably enough for now. I just thought I'd do your chart. I was going over your elements. So yeah, minimal fire. Your north node, though, is in fire in the 6th house. So yeah, that's your work house. But it's in Sagittarius, so maybe you would travel for your work, or you know, there's just so many ways that could manifest. But work, let's just say work is very important to you. Maybe moving to another country to work, or working in the travel industry, or how you live out your north node. You know, you'll find out. You'll find out, and more than likely it will be through your work and your career, because you're just all mostly Earth. You know, your Virgo and your Capricorn are so accented. But your midheaven is Aries. So look under Aries careers. You could also look under Pisces for a career if you wanted to. Excuse me. And your air is Venus. Sorry, I didn't get to your Venus. You have a beautiful Venus. It's in Libra. Peace, harmony, love. You must have a very nice home life, because it's in the 4th house of the home. And Libra is the ruler of the 7th. It belongs in the 7th house. Venus, you know, likes harmony, beauty. It's what you like. It's a benefic. So relationships, I would think, would be very good in the home. You know, maybe you get along very well with your parents, or you could be a good parent. But Venus and Libra in the 4th house is a very beautiful thing for the home environment. It's one of the luckiest planets, both Venus and Jupiter. So, and your other air, Saturn and Mars. Saturn, where'd your Saturn go? Oh, Saturn in Aquarius, in the relationship house. Again, it's in Aquarius. So Aquarius is, you know, it's kind of a communication theme again, very open-minded. Saturn in the relationship house, though, can be sometimes separation. It is the ruler of Aquarius, however, so that would make it doubly strong. It could just be maturing your relationship, maybe, but it could be separation, loss, hardship. Yeah, how that plays out. But relationships would be very important to you, but they could be challenging as well. They could be challenging as well because they're in conjunct to your Mars. But I'm not going to go any more into your aspects. I pretty much covered most of them. I do hope you enjoyed this, Ardo. I believe I covered all your air. Yeah, you have Venus, Saturn, and Mars all in air. So, yeah. So, you anyway, I gave you a lot of information, and I hope you can use it. And if you like this channel, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.